line. Missed a week of practice. He's back. Last week, they played well. They lost. They played well against Dyersburg. Dyersburg came back, won the game. Haywood County, if they want to get this season and salvage it, they have to do it tonight, starting tonight at Crockett County. That's going to be a very, very tall order against the Cavaliers, who are 3-0.
Let me make sure I got this straight. 3 straight games, Dyersburg, Liberty, and Crockett County.
Boy.
I mean, really? That's 3 of the best, maybe 3 of the best 5 teams we've got to offer in this area?
Absolutely.
So that's awful tough, and I think they're going to find the sledding tough once again. This may be the best team they face. We'll see what happens, but, Haywood County's not a bad football team. They're really not. Their schedule is just complete murder. We keep talking about how South Gibson has had to play such a tough schedule, and they certainly have, but these 3 of the first 4 games, not counting the BTW game, I don't think anybody's had a tougher schedule in Haywood County.
It's been tough, really tough down later. It gets even tougher tonight when Haywood travels to Crockett County to take on the unbeaten Cavaliers and Kevin Ward. Dan Ryder?
Be a good one. We talk to Haywood County folks and we talk to Crockett County folks, and they talk about what kind of rivalry that is. Talked to Jasper Taylor earlier in the week. He said, look, Haywood could beat us, and they very well could. But if we saw what Crockett County's got, I got to go with Crockett County.
I like Crockett County big tonight when they host Haywood County. Another interesting matchup tonight has a team that's, 2-1 record-wise, Ripley, at 3-0 Martin Westview. Westview blanked them last year, won by 4 touchdowns. And I really think, last week coming off the loss to JCM, it's going to be more of the same tonight when Ripley travels to Martin Westview.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right. And one thing I was a little surprised was Ripley's inability to score last week on JCM. I like Martin big here.
Well, getting close to kickoff, the narrator is about to head out to midfield with tonight's captains as USJ. The captains tonight for the Bruins. Well, when you look at this team, these youngs, Ben Browse is senior, Michael Taylor is senior, and one of the finest players we've ever seen, Holland Spencer, is senior as well, the captains for USJ. Let's go down to the narrator at midfield.
Fellas, Keith Namisha has the white hat tonight. He'll give the instructions.
Guys, the name of our game tonight is sportsmanship. If you knock this man down, help him up. You knock this man down, help him up. Don't want no talking amongst yourselves. We're just telling them good game, good hit, so on, carry on. You're the captains of your teams for a reason. That means your teammates look up to you. If we have a problem, we're going to come to you guys first to try to resolve it. If not, then we have to resolve it. White, you're the visiting team tonight. I have a state championship quarter here. This is going to be tails. It's going to be heads. I want you to call it in there. If I drop it, we'll do it again. Heads. You called heads. It is tails. You have won the toss. What would you like to do? You want to defer. Okay.
There you have it, fellas. USJ gets the coin toss, and they're going to defer.
So USJ going to be on defense to start the game. Mickey Molly's team 2-1 to take it on 0-3 Jackson Christian School. And Bass, who wins the game tonight?
Well, I think USJ wins, and I think they win handily. As we said, JC, Jackson Christian having a hard time scoring points so far. 3 weeks, 7 points, those 7 coming last week defensively against Scotts Hill. I think it's just too much to try to keep up with this track meet of an offensive USJ who's throwing the ball well with Easton Underwood. And the interesting thing will be to see, narrator, is if Mitchell Bodiford is playing tonight and what type of role he'll play after injuring his knee last week.
Yeah, and Mickey wouldn't talk about that. We talked to him about it before the game. He said that he's not going to disclose that, but I'm going to be surprised if we see Mitchell tonight.
Well, he's not in the starting lineup. I kind of like the cat out of the bag on that one. So I would think tonight if USJ can win the game handily, and I think they will, that we probably will not see Mitchell Bodiford Bass because no reason.
Well, as a matter of fact, fellas, as I step here to the sideline, I see Mitchell Bodiford, and he's not dressed.
For USJ tonight, they're going to be on defense to start things. At linebacker, Wells Smith, Eli Browse, Campbell Carlock. We love to watch this kid play. Ben Browse and Holland Spencer is the strong safety. At defensive end, Peyton Taylor. At nose tackle, Jess Kane. And the other defensive end, Elijah Moore on defense for USJ. Cornerback Matthew Smith. Free safety is Christian Kramer. And the other corner, William Jones. We'll take a timeout for the opening prayer and also for the national anthem. So we'll take 3 minutes and we'll be right back with you from Kirkland Field.
The number one station Jackson turns to for the latest breaking news and severe weather updates. News Talk 101.5 FM and point5digital.com.
Did you know there are more than 60 ways to reach customers today? We know it can be overwhelming trying to understand all of these options, let alone choosing the right strategies that deliver results. Take a deep breath. Help is available from Allegra Design, Print, and Mail in Jackson. Contact us today and we'll share with you tested and proven methods used by thousands of small businesses like yours to deliver satisfied customers and increase sales. Conveniently located at 1029 Old Hickory Boulevard, or visit us online at allegrajackson.com or call 664-1676.
If you see it, hear it, or read it, Sarah will beat it. Sarah will meet or beat any dealer's advertised price.
On a new Chevy.
You pay invoice pricing on every new 2014 Chevy, Buick, and Cadillac on our lot.
Plus,
you keep all the rebates.
Don't believe it can get any better.
You'll also get an additional $1,000 Sarah discount. Nobody beats a Sarah deal. Nobody. Get here now to Stonebridge Boulevard or shop online at sarahjackson.com.
Hey, it's Chuck Walker with Southeastern Termite and Pest Control, certified restoration, and certified carpet cleaning. For 12 years in a row now, we've experienced growth and expansion. There's no magic there, just a lot of common sense. All licensed and insured pest control providers have access to the same products and treatments as everyone else. There's no secret potion that only certain companies have. With that being said, what can we control? How about this? Service, ease of scheduling, courteous, knowledgeable technicians, and knowing that our job is to kill your spiders, ants, and termites, not to make your life hard. Tired of having just the outside of your house treated and still finding bugs inside? We always offer inside and outside treatments. The best sound that Donna can hear when she calls to schedule your service is for you to say that no pests have been seen in months. That's kind of what we do. Give us an opportunity to earn your business and to retain it. Call us for all of your termite and pest control needs, moisture and floor support needs, wood fungus, real estate termite closing letters, or just about anything else. 24 hours a day. 660-1052. That's Southeastern. 660-1052.
Hey folks, this is Kevin Cothran, the general manager of Carlock Nissan, and it's football time in Tennessee. We've had a sale for the last 2 months where we were discounting Maximas and Muranos for $10,000 off, and we've sold over 60. We now have 20 left, so we've decided to kick off the football season by continuing the sale, the last 20 for $10,000 off, and we're going to throw in a big screen TV. That's right, folks. While they last, 2014 Maximas and Muranos for $10,000 off, and Carlock Nissan is throwing in a big screen TV. Remember, all of Carlock Nissan's new vehicles come with a free lifetime warranty and 2 years of free maintenance. Where will you find a better deal than that? 2014 Muranos and 2014 Maximas for $10,000 off, and Carlock Nissan is throwing in a big screen TV. Take advantage of this great deal and then sit back and enjoy watching your favorite team on your brand new big screen TV.
Must finance through NMAC. Price doesn't include dealer add and equipment. Minimum to finance $15,000. In stock units only.
Poplar Corner Exxon still believes in good old-fashioned service, always putting the customer first. Ken Lilly and his staff are committed to professional, expert, and friendly service. At Poplar Corner Exxon, you have choices. Your choice of ethanol or non-ethanol gas. Your choice of self-service or full service, including checking your tires, under the hood, and your windshield washed. You can also get your propane gas at Poplar Corner Exxon, plus minor or major car repairs. They'll take good care of you at Poplar Corner Exxon, Hollywood and the Bypass, Jackson.
West Tennessee's premier workout facility is Solus Performance Training. Solus has a wide variety of group classes and options to help you reach your fitness goals, and dynamic fitness classes for adults, speed and strength classes from ages 8 through high school and college. Solus has trained state and national championship teams. Solus has an indoor track and batting cages. Your first workout, free. Call 668-1673. That's 668-1673. Or take a tour at solustraining.com and on Facebook, Solus Performance Training, 1751 Van Drive, Jackson.
This is where you hear the latest news and best talk 24 hours a day. News Talk 101.5 FM and point5digital.com.
Welcome to Kirkland Field on the beautiful campus of USJ. My name's Dan Reaves along with Seabass and Richard, the narrator Barber. Dan DiFilippo producing and directing on the .5 digital side where you can watch the game. Paul Schultze and Worthy Road Studios. Kevin Thomas with us tonight. Kevin is a model for Sears. For Sears catalog. Of course, no one's told Kevin that Sears no longer puts out a catalog, so he still thinks he's doing that, but so don't tell him. Also, Jonathan Greer on the .5 digital side, Worthy Road Studios. They specialize in live and televised events. Contact Paul Schultze at 499-1730 or message Worthy Road Studios or Ballgame Blitz on Facebook if you have a live event that you want recorded in high definition. There you go. The absolute best, Worthy Road Studios. Well, you know, it's disappointing. Remember the day that Jackson Christian would fill those visitor stands over there? Not today. Not today, Buford.
No, it's been a rough few years for the Eagles, man, and it just seems like yesterday we're hoisting up a state championship trophy, but it's a long, long way from there.
Todd Rowland is the head coach for the Jackson Christian School Eagles. His narrator, the numbers are down. He's trying to rebuild the program in his first year.
Yeah, and you can't do it in 1 year. You know, they had Brandon Stewart there, Coach Kahoo, and had a good run there. Been down. A couple of things, fellas. Talked to Mitchell Boterford. He's got a knee sprain, going through some rehab, but he says he's good for next week. He'll be playing. The other thing, you saw a lot of the fan base in camouflage. The Bruins tell me it's Eagle season.
Kick it off for USJ, the fine freshman kicker, Charles Campbell at Bass. He has had a fantastic start to his career. Back deep for Jackson Christian, Clayton Converse. And it's a windy evening, and so the first casualty of the wind is the football being blown off the tee. So Charles Campbell will resituate the football, and we are just minutes away, or actually seconds away, from high school football, USJ and Jackson Christian, and we are underway. It's a high, short kickoff, end over end. Going to be scooped up at the 5 of the bounce. To the 15, to the 20, out across the 20, and taken off his feet at the 24-yard line. On a return for Jackson Christian is Clayton Converse, the senior for Jackson Christian.
Yeah, and as usual, USJ great in their coverage. Matthew Smith and William Jones on the tackle.
So now, here we go. A little bit windy up top here. What about down the field level?
Yeah, you can feel it on the field. If you look at over at Old Glory, you can see her standing out proud.
So Jackson Christian first out and 10. They mark the ball at the Jackson Christian 23-yard line. Out of the shotgun they go. On the ground, working right side. From the 23, crossing the 25 of the road. 30, out to the 35, and taken off his feet at the Jackson Christian 34-yard line. That'll be plenty enough for the first down. On the carry was Clay Lewis, who just picked his way along that line of scrimmage and then accelerated through the hole.
Yeah, power formation football, tight end to the right side, which was the short side that time. Tight end makes a nice kick out and block of the left defensive end, opens up a hole. JC with a big gain on first down.
And Clayton Lewis, a junior, he's 5'10", 165 pounds. They really like this young man at Jackson Christian. Quarterback is Will Bueller, a sophomore for Jackson Christian. On the ground again on first down. Same play, different side. This time not much success. Maybe a yard. Push it ahead to the 40 and out to the 41. So it's going to be a gain of 3 for Clay Lewis and Jackson Christian.
Yeah, that was Campbell Carlock on the tackle there just behind scrimmage. They get a couple yards out of it. But if you'll notice, running a 5-man front, that double league, and the reason for that, you're trying to fill up every gap. They believe JC trying to establish that line of scrimmage on the ground in between the tackles. That's why you bring 5 up on that line to get every gap covered.
Boy, what a great look there from .5digital.com. You can watch the game. Second down and 7, just underway. Moving left to right. Here's Jackson Christian on 2nd and 7. Here's the Statue of Liberty caught and dumped into the backfield. He'll lose back to the 40-yard line. It's going to be a loss of 2. With 10:33 left in the first quarter, we're scoreless with Jackson Christian, the initial possession of the game.
Yeah, that jet sweep out of that formation. We see that a lot on the high school level today with these spread offenses. And number 57 defensive lineman who's been very active so far this season, sophomore Peyton Taylor, one of the best defensive players for this USJ defense.
Third down and 8 officially for Jackson Christian from their own 40. Shotgun formation for Bueller. 2 running back set, 2 wide receivers set. Here's Bueller back to throw. Fires it out, caught at the 45, breaking and tackled. They're being shoved out of bounds near the yard marker. We'll have to wait for the official spot. That's close to a first down. Let's go down to the sideline. Here's the narrator.
Fellas, JC threw on that down, but you can see what they're doing. If you look down the scrimmage line, you can see JC's a pretty good sized team, especially on the right side, led by tackle Hayden Talwater. Pretty good.
Hadley Hutchinson under reception, and Jackson Christian going for it here on 4th down at a yard.
But how about Matthew Smith? He didn't wait for the ball carrier to get to him. He goes and attacks him in front of the sticks.
Out of the shotgun, 4th down and 1 from their own 47. Here's Jackson Christian. And they just got to try to draw USJ offsides. And Coach Hardigree, the defensive coordinator, his team is very, well, wait a minute. They're going to say this is offsides on USJ.
Oh, yeah, it certainly was. No question about it. Not only was it was the zero technique, though, of all the people who should not be moving before that ball is snapped. It's your zero technique, and he tried to get back, but it was too late.
And tell the layman out there what a zero technique means.
Your nose guard.
The nose guard jumped off sides in plain English. First down and 10, Jackson Christian at the USJ 48. Trips to the right this time out of the shotgun. On the ground they go, straight ahead. Hit at the line and battling forward for maybe a yard. On the carry is Clay Lewis.
Peyton Taylor once again and Campbell Carlock very active. Campbell Carlock comes up on the line of scrimmage, but I'm telling you right now, every game I get more and more impressed with number 57, Peyton Taylor. He's one of those cats that just knows where the football is, and he is extremely quick off the line of scrimmage. Very tough for a high school offensive lineman to get those hands underneath those pads.
Second down and 9 at 9:25 left first quarter. We're scoreless, just underway. Jackson Christian has taken the opening kickoff and driven into USJ territory at the Bruin 47. Here's Bueller running the option left side. He's caught in the backfield and dumped at the 50. He'll lose 3 yards on that one, narrator. That would look to be slow developing, and USJ's defensive speed caught up with Bueller and dumped him in the backfield.
Yeah, it was slow developing. I don't know if some players forgot to play call or the play count, but it didn't come off as planned, and Hardigree's dialed his defense up a little.
Well, that was because Hardigree saw what was happening. That was Elijah Moore on the tackle, along with Eli Browse, who walked up on the line of scrimmage because they saw what the play was.
Third down and 11, back at the 50. Bueller out of the gun. 3 wide, Bueller back to throw. Going deep down the sideline, tips it incomplete. At the USA 28-yard line, had a good shot at it. Hadley Hutchinson, the 6'1 senior wide receiver, nearly made a circus catch, but it'll go incomplete. And Jackson Christian now will be forced to punt.
And look, Matthew Smith trying to cover the post by himself. Safety's not there, so if that ball's thrown a little bit better, that's an easy first down because safety way late to get there.
Hollins, I thought that was a good throw.
It's a little high.
It is both his hands.
Well,
Alan Spencer back awaiting the punch. Jackson Christian going to punt it away. Should get his foot into it at his own 40 and does. Line driver end over end. Going to roll and be scooped up at the 19 by Spencer. To the 25. Hollins out to the 27 before he's taken off his feet. And that's where USA will have the football. First down and 10 from their own 27 with 8 minutes and 20 seconds left in the first quarter. We're scoreless. USA and Jackson Christian.
You know, you look at that JC offense on the first drive, and they don't look like an inept offense, do they? They don't look like somebody who couldn't move the football. They just haven't punched it in the end zone this year.
USA on offense. Jonathan Atkins, William Jones in the slot, Trey Smith, Walker Laird, and T.J. Johnson the center, Clay Curry at right guard, Elijah Moore at right tackle. At tight end, it's Michael Taylor. The Z-back is Harrison Humberg. Starting to tell back tonight for the injured Mitchell Boniford will be Holland Spencer. And the quarterback for USJ is junior Easton Underwood. So USJ first down and 10 in a scoreless game with 8 minutes and 20 seconds left with the opening quarter. Jackson Christian and USJ. Got a little bit of a delay. Let's go down to the narrator, see what the problem is. Narrator.
Fellas, we had a personal foul after the play, and it's against USJ, so they're going to start 15 yards further back than they wanted to.
So USJ making a mistake there on the punts, and they'll put him in a hole as they mark this off. Personal foul against USJ. They'll start from their own 14-yard line.
Yeah, Coach Marley will love that, won't he?
Oh, yeah, he's a big fan of penalties.
He's a huge fan of personal fouls.
That's what she said. First down and 10 Bruins from their own 14. 4 wide receivers set. Underwood out of the shotgun. Holland Spencer, the lone setback. Here's Underwood back to throw. With a screen pass caught. Spencer, 15. Spencer, 20. Breaking a tackle, 25. And Holland Spencer is out across the 25 to the 27-yard line. That's a pickup of 17 yards and a First State Bank first down for the Bruins.
Well, that's going to be there all day long. You've got 4 wideouts double to both sides, and you've got single coverage with only 1 safety right there. And all you got to do is swing Holland Spencer out of the back because all those defensive backs are back in coverage.
That replay brought to you by Certified Restoration, 427-9258. First down and 10. Here's Underwood going back to the air down the right sideline and just overshot Jonathan Atkins, who had broken free. He could have connected there. He may have had a touchdown. So incomplete. It'll be second down and 10. USJ at their own 28-yard line with 7:47 left. First quarter. We're scoreless. USJ on offense, moving right to left on your radio dial.
Danny, you'll notice Harrison Hummer doesn't have anybody lined up over him that time. You've got an outside backer in coverage 10 yards off the line of scrimmage to let Harrison get a running start on that one.
That was Harrison Humber, the intended receiver. Second down and 10. Trips to the left this time. On the ground, here's Spencer. Spencer to the 30, to the 35, breaking tackles across the 35, out to the 40. And Howard Spencer fighting across the 40 to the 41-yard line. Spencer, 11 yards on that carry to go with his 15-yard carry earlier. And that's another First State Bank first down for the Bruins.
Just a straight lead play right over the right side of the offensive line. And you know, this is kind of old hat for us watching Holland Spencer do that. We've seen him do that so many times. There wasn't really a huge hole there, but he's so quick and he makes his cut so fast, and he can accelerate right out of his cut. He's hard to get a hold of.
He runs very well in traffic.
Yes, he does.
View line of scrimmage, USJ zone 41-yard line, 4 wide receivers. Here's Underwood. The slip screen has it complete, but this one not going very far. The catch is made by Jonathan Atkins. He'll have a couple of yards. It'll be second and long.
A little bubble screen there that time, but Miles Humphrey, the junior defensive back, sniffs that out and makes a nice tackle.
Let's go down on the sideline. Here's Richard, the narrator, Barber.
Fellas, you were talking about Holland Spencer. He's one of those hybrid guys that we see, and we talk about him being relentless. He plays running back with Boniford out. He plays in the slot, and he plays defense.
Second down at 8. USJ at their own 43-yard line, scoreless with 6.5 minutes left in the first quarter. Here's Underwood out of the shotgun, back to throw. Fires across the middle, got a man caught at the 40, and then just bulldog down at the 36-yard line, but that is Michael Taylor, the tight end. And Michael Taylor has a First State Bank first down for the Bruins.
Look here, you got 2 guys running. Griffin Laird runs the go route. The backer releases Taylor, and he cuts on the post over the linebacker, and it's wide open. Safety's too busy covering the go route. Perfect execution.
First and 10, USJ, sponsored by First State Bank, home of free checking, free mobile banking, and free mobile check deposit, member FDIC. USJ into Jackson Christian territory at the Eagle 37. On the ground, here's Holland Spencer. Spencer bouncing outside the numbers to the 35, to the 30, inside the 30, and Holland Spencer runs it down to the Jackson Christian 26-yard line, close to another first down.
Wow, they can go ahead and start stepping it back. They've already made the holding call right here in the backfield. You'll see it, one of the offensive linemen with the hold, bringing the JC lineman down to the ground. It's coming back. Nice run, but it's coming back.
That penalty flag came out there, right? Holland Spencer, though, really bounced that outside, showing his speed.
Yeah, I know the run doesn't count. The fellas, as he finished that run off, he saw the contact coming. Defender had him squared up. He just exploded into contact.
Lovely crowd.
That is. Beautiful crowd here. This game brought to you in part by Cambridge Limited Men's Clothing. Suits, and more suits. Best quality, along with the best pricing. Why, you can't beat the combination for Cambridge Limited Men's Clothing, North Holland, across from Toys. Ross will be there tomorrow. For the sports, other innings inspired the Sports Zone. Join us from 10 to noon tomorrow. It's Coach Joe Holloway, and yours truly will be there tomorrow. After the penalty, they'll mark this one back to the Jackson Christian 47-yard line. It'll be first down and 20 for the Bruins. USJ and Jackson Christian School. Last year, USJ blew Jackson Christian out. This year, the Eagles coming in 0-3 against our Bruins. USJ 2 wins and 1 loss. Only loss on the road at Trinity Christian a couple of weeks ago. Last week, USJ blew Rossville Christian out of the water right here. First down and 20, USJ. Here is Easton Underwood out of the shotgun with 4 wide receivers. Holland Spencer, the lone setback. And some movement along that offensive line, and flags right again. Narrator.
Yeah, the Bruins going into long count that time. The line just got impatient.
And I like what Jackson Christian did. Did you see this defensively? They shifted number 52, Ethan Payne, over to the slot receiver. Now, there wasn't single coverage on that slot receiver, and I saw him setting it up, but that was a great recognition by Jackson Christian because they were not in a good alignment to defend that play.
First down at 25. Clock reset. 5:15 left. First quarter. We're scoreless. USJ first down. Here's Easton Underwood back to throw. Can't find a receiver. Now comes the pressure. Rolling right, firing downfield. Caught! A diving catch at the Jackson Christian 35-yard line. What a nice snag. And it looked like that was on the catch, Michael Taylor. Beautiful catch by Michael Taylor diving, and that's a pickup of about 17 yards.
You know, and it worked out, and that's great, but I'm going to yell at him when I get to the sidelines because he did something you just don't do. He throws across his body on a full sprint. Now, he happened to have enough juice to get it there that time, but you're begging to be picked off. You keep doing that.
But he had it wide open.
Well, you still don't do it.
First, second down and 7. Here's a draw. Holland Spencer on the ground, straight ahead from the 34 to the 33. It's a short pickup there. It'll bring up third down. Let's go down. Here's Richard, the narrator Barber, on the sideline.
Well, Bass is right. You don't throw back across your body into the middle of the field. Underwood had the confidence in his arm to make that throw. What I did like about the play, fellas, as he was getting pressure, he continued to look downfield to find the open guy.
3:53 left. First quarter was scoreless. USJ third down and 5 from the Jackson Christian 33. Out of the shotgun, Easton Underwood with 4 wide receivers. Here's Underwood back to throw. Plenty of time. Goes short. Spencer has it, and he's taken down as soon as he makes that catch at the 30. Going to be shy of the first down. They're going to mark him at the 29-yard line. That'll leave him a yard, maybe 2 shy of that first down.
Boy, he really gets popped here by number 5, Miles Humphrey, the junior linebacker, 5'10", 205. Look at that wrap up. Perfect for him. They'd have thrown a personal foul flag in the NFL.
Well, they would.
Good grief. They've gone insane up there.
USJ going for it on 4th down and 2. Quickly to the line of scrimmage.
They usually run out of this formation.
Well, now, what do you call it, formation, Bew?
I guess just a regular bunch formation, double tight. But I don't know what they were waiting on. USJ usually runs that on a quick count, and they wouldn't let them do it.
4th down and 2. Under center's Easton Underwood. Full house backfield. Underwood hands off Spencer. Straight ahead. Spencer tripped up. He dives forward. This was going to depend on the mark, and I don't think he got it. Let's go down. Richard, the narrator Barber. He's on the sideline. Narrator.
We're still waiting on the mark, but he's not going to have it.
So you talk about some confidence for a young team at Jackson Christian. As the officials now call for the change, if they hold USJ here, that could be a big shot of confidence for this young team from Jackson Christian.
Agree. This is a little closer than I thought it was, but I still don't understand what the officials were holding them for. They were trying to go up there and run it on a quick snap. It was a 4th down play. I don't know why they were not letting them snap the ball.
Southern Trucks in 4x4. High school football game of the week here. They stretch it out. It's going to be really tight. And it is a first down, Bruins. I mean, they got that first down by the skin of their teeth on that one. And Highland Spencer, there wasn't much there. And Highland just made it happen. And right at the last moment before he hit the ground, he just dived and stretched that ball out and picked up the first down.
And it was that second effort that did it. On the initial spot, it didn't look like he had it. Players cleared out, and you could tell it was going to be close.
Near line of scrimmage, the Jackson Christian 28-yard line with 2:50 left in the first quarter. On the ground, Spencer again. Spencer breaks the tackle, dives ahead from the 28 down to the 25. It's a pickup of 3.
Yeah, and fellas, one thing I've noticed out of that formation, usually to the short side, when you have trips to the wide side and one receiver to the short side, which is the left, they like to run. They'll set up Holland Spencer on the right side, and then they'll cross him over right off of Trey Smith. But that's exactly what they did. Decent, not really a good game, but, it's a nice play on first down. Just didn't work.
Nice play, just didn't work.
Well, the thought
guess.
is a good play.
Second down, they say 8. Here's Underwood, back to throw. Under pressure, steps up, fires down the field, has his man Taylor at the 10, breaking a tackle, 5. Taylor dives down to the end zone, touchdown. It was a late signal for the touchdown. I thought Taylor may have hit at the 1. They say no, touchdown, USJ.
And I'm so glad he goes to Taylor because it looks like he's going to go to his outside receiver who throws his hands up. That's Homburg, but if he makes that throw, it's going to be picked. He finds the open man underneath, and Taylor does the rest.
Breaking tackles, staying on his feet. Boy, he was down before he hit that end zone, but the officials don't have the access to instant replay like we do. We'll take it. It's 6-0 USJ.
I would say about the 2-yard line, which should be.
Here's Charles Campbell in to attempt a point after. The freshman kicker has it blocked. So the minute 58 left in the first quarter. Our score, USJ 6 and Jackson Christian nothing. On Jackson's News Talk, 101.5 at .5digital.com.
To Jackson's only News Talk FM. This is WNWS-FM Jackson, 101.5 FM.
This is Alan with Ellis Insurance. Thinking about refinancing your home to lower your payment? Well, take time to review your homeowner's insurance also. You may double your savings by giving us a call. At Erie, we offer guaranteed replacement cost on homes. Our auto rates are great too, and we offer rate lock and vanishing deductibles. Never heard of Erie? Erie was started in 1925 as an A-rated, debt-free company that offers great rates and great service. If you like saving money and having better coverage, give Alan or Sherry a call today at 664-8866.
Monday Night Football, the NFL, only on News Talk, 101.5 FM.
1:58 left to go here in the first quarter. Charles Campbell gets his right foot into this kick. It's taken by Converse at the 5-yard line up to the 15. Cuts it towards the sideline where he's corralled about the 21-yard line. And that's where Jackson Christian will set up shop with their second drive, trailing 6-0 to USJ. Nice drive, narrator. And boy, Easton Underwood just continues to impress.
Back. He got a few starts last year. He got hurt. This is his team. Michael Taylor's his security blanket. They hang out together off the field, and Taylor had 2 big catches, and on that second catch was able to finish that off.
Jackson Christian, 7 points on the year so far, and they're going into their 4th game of the season. Let's see what they can do here on first down at their own 21-yard line. Trips to the wide side, single receiver to the left, handoff in the backfield, breaks a tackle, and then is wrapped up that time by Campbell Carlock on the tackle. On the carry that time, it was number 14, Clay Lewis, the junior running back. And again, Campbell Carlock, narrator, very active early on in this game.
Yeah, Carlock's close to average in double figures on tackles for the year. You talk about him, he's just a sophomore, and you talk about Peyton Taylor, also just a sophomore. So this defensive backfield for USA looks pretty good.
Jesse Kane also in on the tackle there. Jesse, a sophomore defensive lineman for the Bruins. Second down and about 7 for the Eagles. Quarterback Will Bueller, the sophomore, looking for the play, and now looks like we're going to have a timeout for Jackson Christian, their first. So with 1:08 left to go in the first quarter, we'll take this break. Again, your score from Kirkland Field with 1:08 left to go in the first quarter. It's USJ 6 and Jackson Christian nothing on Jackson's News Talk 101.5 FM and 0.5digital.com.
Your neighborhood, your city, your home, covering all of West Tennessee. 0.5digital.com.
Range USA will give you a free class voucher with any firearm purchase. Good for any class they offer, from introduction to handguns to self-defense. And of course, handgun carry permit classes. Range USA, Jackson's only indoor shooting and training facility, sells new and used firearms, ammunition, and accessories. Open to the public Monday through Saturday, 10 a.m. to 9 p.m. and Sunday 1 to 6. Ask about free lane rental for new shooters. Range USA, North Highland behind Taco Bell, or rangeusa.com/Jackson.
News Talk 101.5 FM, the home of Monday Night Football.
Bueller hands off in the backfield to draft straight up the middle. He kicks it outside for about 9 yards on second down, and that's going to be good enough for a first down. That is number 14 once again, Clay Lewis. 2 nice carries in a row. Jackson Christian trying to establish that running game, and that's they were looking for that right side of that offensive line for Jackson Christian, and so far it appears to be working there, Raider.
Yeah, it's a good size right side on that offensive line. They run about 245, 250. Pretty good size ball.
Yeah, they got a big offensive line, and they like to run out of the spread formation. Got a sideline warning right now for USJ. And Jackson Christian was actually at the line of scrimmage that time, narrator. They call the sideline warning, and the Eagles go back in the huddle.
Yeah, and most of the time when they call that, they'll drop a flag. I didn't see a flag.
They did. They dropped the flag.
Before they actually get to the line of scrimmage. So.
Yeah, they dropped the flag. It was just a warning that time for the Bruins, but they're not going to mark anything off, and it's first down and 10 for the Eagles from their own 36-yard line with 44 seconds on a running clock left to go here in the first quarter on Jackson's News Talk 101.5 FM. Single wide receivers to both sides, 2 backs in the backfield with Bueller. Out of the shotgun, here's the snap. A give once again straight up the middle. He's got room, gashing this USJ defense straight up the middle, carrying it all the way up to the 46-yard line, close to a first down. He may be just short, narrator. I can't really tell. You're a lot closer out there. They're probably going to call for a measurement.
Yeah, we got an official timeout to go bring the chains over. And you're right, Seabass. Jackson Christian has spotted something in the middle here that they're liking, and they're using it, getting 6-7 yards a carry.
Yeah, 20 yards on the last 2 carries for the Eagles, and they're going to bring the measurement out to see. What do you think, narrator? I think it might be about an inch short.
Well, really not in a position down on the line of scrimmage to be able to give you any input.
They'll stretch out the chains here. And by 3/4 of the football, Jackson Christian has a first down once again. 16 seconds left to go here in the third quarter. Jackson Christian starting to find that running game, and narrator's right on the right side of that offensive line, and it's been Clay Lewis all 3 times. And again, out of that read formation, 2 backs in the backfield, they've gone with Lewis all 3 times. And they're running that spread formation with some big offensive linemen, and of course you gotta watch out for the wide receivers because they're doing it with twin and trip wide sets. So I like the play calling so far for Jackson Christian. That's going to wrap up the first quarter after 1 here. It's been a pretty good one so far after 1 at Kirkland Field. It's USJ 6, Jackson Christian nothing on Jackson's News Talk 101.5 FM and 0.5digital.com.
Around the block to around the world. Your website for real people in real places. 0.5digital.com.
Your lawn and the landscape around it is the very first thing someone sees when they visit your home or business. Making a great first impression is essential. At Boykin Mowing and Landscaping, we specialize in making that first impression a memorable one. From mowing and edging to weed control, mulching, and stump removal, Boykin's Mowing and Landscape will cater to all your lawn care needs. Licensed and bonded in business for over a decade, Boykins is ready to provide you with prompt and professional lawn and landscape care. Call Boykins today to set up a plan that works for you at 394-7249. That's 394-7249.
First in news, first in sports, the NFL, and Monday Night Football, only on News Talk 101.5 FM.
Well, here we go. 1st and 10 for Jackson Christian at their own 46-yard line. Found something working with this running game, trailing USJ 6-0. Jackson Christian winless on the season, trying to find their first win. Same formation. Here's the give once again up the middle. He's hit this time by a host of USJ Bruins, I think led by Campbell Carlock, but that time narrated the Bruins had it sniffed out. Not much for the Eagles on that one.
Well, you know, football's about checkmate. And with that yardage that JC's been picking up through the middle, Hardigreaves made a decision to get our big boy in there. Trey Smith is going to block up the middle there.
With Paul Schultze and the folks at Worthy Road Studios just doing a bang-up job. You see what they do for us on a Friday night. Think what they can do for you. 499-1730. Worthy Road Studios. Paul Schultze doing a great job. Here's 2nd and 7. JC want to throw. Here's a slant pass. It goes down to the ground. Let's see if he caught that ball. They'll say yes. Clayton Converse goes down, the senior wide receiver, and makes the catch. Nice throw by Bueller that time, throwing it where only his receiver can get it. He goes down to his knees, catches the pass. It's good for about a 5-yard gain, and that's going to set up a 3rd and 3, this time in Bruin territory at about the 47-yard line. 3rd and 2 for the Eagles. Once again, out of that spread formation, 2 backs in the backfield with Bueller. Here's the snap to Bueller. He steps back, 3-step drop, throws over to the left side. He had a man, but couldn't haul it in. He was trying to get it to Chance Clark, the 6'4", 210-pound tight end for the Eagles. Couldn't get it. That's going to set up 4th down. And narrator, if I'm the Eagles, it's a decent drive. It doesn't result in points, but I don't take the chance here. I get out there and I punt this football, and that's exactly what they're going to do.
Yeah, because they're in this game. You noted a few minutes ago that this doesn't look like an offense that hadn't scored this far.
Not really, no.
Playing pretty fluid, pretty good balance, and we got a football game.
So here's Jackson Christian to punt the football from their own 45-yard line. Gets a foot into it. It's taken at the 4-yard line from Holland Spencer. Makes a cut, cuts back to the middle, and he is swarmed at about the 16-yard line. Great punt coverage that time by the Eagles. And that is where Easton Underwood and the USJ offense will begin this drive in the second quarter with 10:21 left to go in the second quarter. USJ leading 6-0. Look pretty good. Both of these teams have moved the football so far. The difference was the big play to Michael Taylor. He broke a few tackles. Now we have the benefit of the replay. His knee went down about the 2. The officials did not see it. They gave him the touchdown. The extra point was blocked, and that's where we have it here at 6-0 as Easton Underwood and this USJ offense begin the first drive of the second quarter for the Bruins. Twins to both sides. Now Holland Spencer in the backfield with Underwood. No tied in the game. Now here's Easton Underwood with a snap, 7-step drop. He wants to throw down the field. He's got the post wide open. It's caught by Atkins at the 47-yard line. I think at the 44-yard line, he's taken down. A 27-yard play from Underwood to Atkins. And again, narrator, that post route wide open. Beautiful strike by Underwood, and a great job by the line, giving him time to make that throw.
Well, not only that, but I got a feeling we're going to see 15 more. We got a roughing the passer call.
Well, that is absolutely not what the Eagles wanted, but I think that is going to be the call. Personal foul on Jackson Christian, so we're going to mark it off, and that'll put the ball into Eagle territory. 1st and 10. The Bruins set up shop at the Eagle 41-yard line, leading 6-0.
Well, I just went down to the truck. Paul Schultze.
I saw you.
Boy, I'm telling you, that's like an ESPN setup down there. They're so good at what they do. Working with us here at 101.5 Worthy Road Studios. Specializing in live televised events, contact Paul Schutze, 499-1730. First and 10, you line of scrimmage, USJ at the Jackson Christian 41. Here's Spencer on the ground with running room. From the 41 down to the 35 and diving down to the 34. And a late flag comes in. Narrator didn't pick that one up. Did you?
Well, I saw Hollins. I don't know that it was a face mask, but his head went around funny. Let's see what they call.
That's what it is, Bass.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was, and it was right there at the end of the play. But I'll tell you something, fellas. Coming out of these double-tight formations, and even though JC's got 6 right there in the box, if they can't stop that power run right there in between the tackles, they're going to get gashed by the passing game. You've got to be able to solidify your defense at least against the run or the pass. If they're able to do both, it's going to be a long night for that Eagle defense, no question.
Well, it's going to be a First State Bank first down. First State Bank online at first-state.net, member FDIC. First and 10 Bruins, new line of scrimmage at Jackson Christian 28. Here's Underwood back to throw. Looking, firing towards the end zone. Tipped and incomplete. Nearly intercepted by Hadley Hutchinson, who played that one well. It'll be second down and 10.
Well, yeah, that time it looks like they wanted to go to Holland Hawks, and it's crazy because you had 3 here. You have Michael Taylor split off for the post. The other one goes on a deep out. 2 defenders went with the post, so the route was there, but a great job by one of the safeties coming in and breaking that up. Let me get that number for you. That was Hadley Hutchinson breaking up the play, the senior defensive back.
Let's go down. Waits the narrator Barber right down the sideline.
As this drive started, we noted that Jackson Christian had played pretty well in this game. If they could get a big stop on this drive, it'd give them a lot of confidence. Unfortunately, that hadn't happened for them.
Second and 10, USJ at the Eagle 28. Little swing pass to Spencer, makes a move, makes another move, in trouble, breaks another tackle, across inside the 30, and down to the 26-yard line. It's only a gain of 2, but boy, that man worked hard for those 2 yards right there as Howard Spencer. Very difficult to get off his feet.
Yeah, that was a tough play when you go back and you look at the replay. That's one of those deals where Sean Smith's got to make that kick-out block, but he couldn't quite do it, so Holland has to cut back in here, and the pursuit's already there. So once you miss that block out there, you're in trouble if the pursuit comes.
Clock moving, 8:45 left before halftime. It's USJ 6 and Jackson Christian nothing. USJ third down and 7 from the Jackson Christian 25. Spencer at the lone setback. Here's Underwood under pressure. Rolling right. Underwood looking downfield. Got a man wide open. Finds him. The pass there. Caught at the 1. And his momentum takes him out of bounds. That's his very reliable tight end, Michael Taylor. And a gorgeous throw on the move by Houston Underwood.
Well, I'll tell you what, he was under pressure, rolls to his right, and it's too bad the pressure was there because Michael Taylor, that should have been, they're ready to tell you, that should have been a touchdown because Michael Taylor was wide open for a while, and he ran all the way close to the sidelines trying to roll with his quarterback. Great play, sets him up at first and 10, but that play should have been a touchdown.
Yeah, but you know, narrator, it's easy to see it up here, but when you've got defenders chasing you, sometimes a little tougher to spot.
And Taylor was waving his arm to get Underwood's attention. He said, look, dog, here I am.
First and goal from the 1. Here's Underwood under center. Hands it off to Holland Spencer. Dives into the end zone. Touchdown, USJ. Holland Spencer from a yard out. And the boys have hit pay dirt for the second time here in the first half.
My favorite type of football on this planet. Big man on big man inside the 5. Love power football. USJ shows it right there. Look at that lead block by Griff Laird.
Laird paved the way, and Howard Spencer with his hard-nosed running in there for the touchdown for the boys. USJ now looks like they're going to go for 2. The first extra point was blocked. So with 8 minutes and 21 seconds left before halftime, USJ leading 12-0, lining up to go for 2. Underwood under center. Here's Easton. Play action, rolling right. Got a man wide open. Incomplete. Near the goal line. He was looking for Griffin Laird. And so, with 8:21 left in the second quarter, our new score, USJ 12 and Jackson Christian nothing. On Jackson's News Talk, 101.5 and .5digital.com.
Covering the people and places you know best, from the people you trust most. .5digital.com.
Simcoe is a division of Blurton Group, owned and operated by David Blurton. Simcoe is a heavy industrial engineering, construction, and fabrication company. Over 400,000 square feet under roof for fabrication needs. They're specialists in turnaround and shutdown services, and they also offer precision millwrights, laser lining, crane and rigging services, and ASME code pressure vessels. Located in Brownsville, you can call Simcoe at 731-772-2333 or visit simcoe.net. Simcoe, always heart over matter.
Hey, we've even got the Super Bowl. News Talk 101.5 FM.
Southern Trucks in 4x4. High school game of the week with the USJ boards. Southern Trucks in 4x4. They do Chevy, they do Dodge, they do Ford Diesel. If you need a repair, need an engine rebuilt, a transmission upgrade, or a custom tuning, Southern Trucks in 4x4 does it all. 668-8084. Charles Campbell to kick off. The freshman kicker for the Bruins. The USA leading 12-0. It's a high, short kickoff that will be taken in at the 18. To the 20, to the 25. It cut down at the 28-yard line. On the return for Jackson Christian, Colin Cantrell, a 5'8 sophomore. Let's go down the narrator. He's on the sideline. USA leading 12-0. 8 minutes and 15 seconds left before halftime. Narrator.
Well, that was a big drive by USJ to go up 12-0, and JC helped them with that roughing the passer call. After a big gain, 20-yard gain, and then you tack on 15, it really hurts your defense.
First down and 10. Jackson Christian from the old 29. Will Bueller, the quarterback, in the shotgun. He'll hand it off. Working right side, got some room out there from the 29 out to the 35 and fighting ahead to the 37-yard line. On the carry is Lewis. A fine-looking running back for Jackson Christian.
Well, let me tell you something right now. USJ dodges a bullet, Danny. Look at this. The edge is not set here at all. Now, look at this lead block. And if it's not for Ben Browse right there, that's a 25, 30-yard gain right there. Ben Browse fought off that lead block. There was no edge set and made a huge tackle right there on the outside. Big player. That goes for 20, 25 yards.
Second down and 2 after the 8-yard pickup. Bueller out of the gun again. 2 running backs sent. Another handoff of the road to the 45, to the midfield, into USJ territory, being spun down at the Bruin 47-yard line. Clay Lewis ripping off 17 yards, and a first down for the Eagles.
Watch the read. Collapsing down on the quarterback. Quarterback Bueller sees it, hands it off that time. Once again, Clay Lewis straight up the gap on that zone read, just killing this USJ middle.
North side leading south side 14-0. First and 10 to Jackson Christian at the USA 47. Bueller out of the gun again. He'll hand it off to Lewis again. Running road. 45 to the 40. Finding down to the Bruin 36. Close to another Eagle first down. And narrator right now, Jackson Christian gashing that USA defensive front.
They are. And the last series, they had Trey in their nose guard to try to clog up that middle. He's been over here on the sideline getting some instruction from line coach Bryce King. Be interesting to see if they get him back in there as a nose guard.
Boy, pulling that time was senior offensive lineman Alex Rowland with the kick-out block. Great job by the senior.
Hollins Spencer in on the tackle. It is a first down at the USA 36. Back to the ground they go. Working right side from the 36 down to the 34. It's a gain of 2.
Well, that's the exact same play that they ran before. They say, look, if it works the first time, let's try it once again. And you'll see this time Alex Rowland, the left guard, just talk about pulls once again. He makes another block, but that time the slant is right for the USJ defense. They slant down and fill up the right side of that offensive line.
Trinity Christian 14-0 over South Gibson. How about that? They're good. Second down and 8. Jackson Christian at the USA 34. Bueller out of the gun. 2 running backs. He'll hand it off. Running road to the 30. Caught there and taken off his feet at the 29-yard line. But that's going to have Jackson Christian where they want to be, Bew. And that is third down and short yardage.
Yeah, but you know what's amazing, and you're right, they're owning the middle of that line of scrimmage right now. But what is amazing about this right here is that they're having so much success going to Lewis every time, because the quarterback Bueller has not kept it once on that zone read, not one time.
Third down and 4. 5.5 minutes left before halftime. USJ 12-0. Jackson Christian on the move. At the USJ 29 on the ground. Hit at the line and dump there. They're going to lose a yard back to the 30-yard line. That time a defensive front by USJ doing the job. It'll bring up 4th down and right at 4 yards.
Boy, watch Campbell Carlock here. This is a double tight formation. Campbell Carlock comes up, great slant from his outside linebacker position and just nails the ball carrier at the line of scrimmage. He may not be big, but that kid packs a wallop.
Just under 5 minutes left before halftime. Down by 2 touchdowns. Jackson Christian going for it at 4th down and 5 from the Bruin 41. Here is Bueller back to throw. Across the middle, has a man caught at the USJ 24-yard line, and that's going to be enough for a Jackson Christian first down. On the catch there for Jackson Christian was Ethan Anderson, and they move the chains right across the middle, but a flag is down, and it looks like now this one's coming back.
Yeah, it's going to come back. They got JC for holding, and that just kills momentum. They were going to be close up to a first down, and now they got to back up on 4th down.
Yeah, you're right, and that was just a hot release, and nobody picked him up, unchecked off the line of scrimmage. Perfect play call for down and distance, but JC gets bit with the holding call.
Now what do you do, Bass?
Perfect.
4th down and 15 back at the USJ 44-yard line. You punt it?
I punt the football.
Jackson Christian going for it. 4:24 left before halftime. 4th down and 17 officially. 4 wide receivers set. Here's Bueller back to throw. Bueller going across the middle. Tipped and intercepted at the 25-yard line and being taken off his feet at the 30 on the interception for the Bruins, Matthew Smith, which would have been better off to let it go incomplete, but how are you going to tell a young man not to make an interception?
Yeah, and it'll be interesting to see what happens. There's a late flag here, a lot of jaw jacking, and we'll see who it's on. It's post-possession, but the thing about it is, even if he makes that catch, it's not going to matter. It's way in front of the sticks. If you're going to go for it on that down the distance, you at least got to get past the sticks. Looks like they'll wave it off.
Yeah, they're going to pick the flag up and say, never mind. Got an update from Medina. Narrator, it's Trinity Christian 21 and South Gibson 14.
Well, it's not real surprising. South Gibson's played a tough schedule, but TCA can beat you in so many different ways.
21-0 now, north side dominating south side. That's no surprise.
Not at all.
USJ first down and 10 after the interception. They'll start from their own 30. 4 wide receivers. Here is Easton Underwood back to throw. Here comes the pressure. Easton steps up. Looking downfield. Got a man open. Caught at the 45. Outside the numbers to the 50. And diving into Jackson Christian territory with a first down is that tight end again, Michael Taylor.
Yeah, Michael Taylor's having a huge game right now. He's a mismatch on this Jackson Christian defense, and he does a great job running this drag right across with his quarterback. He's about 10 yards past the line of scrimmage. Just throws it over the backers. There he is, running a perfect route, and then he gets a nice block by Harrison Hawks that time.
Well, narrator, you mentioned how Easton Underwood, when he's on the move, we'll get the narrator's thoughts in a minute about Underwood keeping his eyes downfield, but he certainly does.
Yes, he does.
That's the first state big first down at the Jackson Christian 46. Here's Underwood. He'll hand it off straight ahead. Roll. Spencer 40, 35 outside the numbers 30 to the 25, down to the 20, and Highland Spencer runs it on down to the Jackson Christian 16-yard line before he's finally taken off his feet. Howard Spencer, big hole, and he just turned on the Jets.
Well, that's just a great job of blocking by the offensive line. He's not even contacted as Spencer till the second level. Let me give you the name of that right guard. That's number 50, Clay Curry, the junior defense or offensive lineman. He does a great job of picking up that linebacker and springing Holland Spencer.
25-yard gain down to the 17. First down and 10, with 3:13 left in the first half. Underwood out of the gun, back to throw. Rolling right, looking to the end zone. Throws, and it's incomplete at the goal line. That one kind of hung up there on him. It was intended for William Jones. Let's go down. Here's Richard, the narrator, Barber.
Fellas, I want to go back to that Underwood-Taylor reception. As they got to the line, Underwood looked at Taylor, give him a hand signal. Taylor give him a hand signal back. They hook up for the first down.
Yeah, and William Jones initially was open, but he ran straight into coverage that time, and it's a guy who's been running the ball, Clay Lewis, for Jackson Christian with a nice stop.
Second down and 10. Here's the draw. Spencer to the 15, fighting down to the 10 as a flag comes out. It's a gain of 7 if it stands, and it probably won't. This looks to be in the direction of holding, and it is.
You'll see this, Danny. This hold is clear in the backfield right here. Look at the takedown right there in front of you. Too bad, too. Boy, Holland runs hard, doesn't he?
He does. This game is brought to you in part by Range USA. Jackson's only indoor shooting range. By Ellis Insurance Agency, call 664-8866. By Solus Performance Training, West Tennessee's premier workout facility. By Sarah Chevrolet, Cadillac, Chrysler, Jeep, and Kia. One destination and so many choices. 175 Stonebridge, Jackson. After the penalty, new line of scrimmage. The Jackson Christian 27. Here's Underwood back to throw. Somehow, under pressure, escapes. He'll run it now to the 30 and scamper out of bounds just inside the Jackson Christian 30. He made it almost back to the line of scrimmage. I don't know how he got out of that. Jackson Christian had him down to run.
Oh, you're absolutely right, and he did a great job stepping up right there. But I'll tell you what, in as much as I did not like the throw across his body that resulted in a big reception, I love this even more that he did not throw the ball, tuck it, and ran out of bounds because truly there was no one open.
Well, he made a move, and when he did, the two Jackson Christian defenders collided, and Underwood escaped. Timeouts. Jackson Christian will take it with him. 2 minutes and 50 seconds left in the second quarter. It's USJ 12 and Jackson Christian nothing on Jackson's News Talk 101.5 and .5digital.com.
The number one station Jackson turns to for the latest breaking news and severe weather updates. News Talk 101.5 FM and .5digital.com.
Go ahead, indulge yourself this weekend with the weekend specials at Old Town Spaghetti Store. Roman chicken piccata, chicken breast lightly breaded and sautéed in lemon butter, white wine, artichokes and capers over garlic mashed potatoes, served with your choice of soup or house salad. And it only gets better with choice Iowa beef prime rib, slow roasted and cut to order, served with au jus, side item and super salad. The fresh catch at Old Town Spaghetti Store this weekend is salmon. Enjoy happy hour 5 to 8 with half price drinks. Outside dining available. Old Town Spaghetti Store, Carriage House Drive.
Did you say football? High school game of the week, the SEC championship, and the NFL on Monday nights. News Talk 101.5 FM. 101.5 FM.
Third down and 20, USJ from the Jackson Christian 27. USJ leading 12-0. 2:50 left before halftime. And we've got penalty flags on the field. Let's go down to the narrator on the sideline.
This is one thing Mickey Marley don't like. He prides his teams on being disciplined. That's twice they went in motion before the ball was snapped.
And out of a timeout. Man, and what you've done now, you brought to the 32. You were already on the edge of Campbell's range right now. Plus, there's a strong wind. You don't pick this up here, you got to go for it on fourth down.
That wind would be right in at the kicker's face.
Yeah.
Third and 25 is Underwood under pressure, steps up. Easton looking downfield. Easton running down inside the 30 and spun out of bounds at the 26-yard line. Well shy of the first down. That'll bring up fourth down at about 16.
Let's see where they spotted official. They'll call it about the 23, which would make it a 40-yard field goal. On a winless night, I say kick the field goal here, make it a 3-possession game. But that's a pretty stiff wind. Look at that flag run. I don't know if he's got the leg for 40 into that wind.
That's right. It could be kicking into that north end zone, and now into the wind is coming due north.
Yeah, it is. And USJ's made the decision. They're going to go for it here.
Clock stop with 2:41 left before halftime. 12-0 USJ. And we got another timeout, Jackson Christian. We'll take it with him with 2:41 left in the first half. It's USJ 12 and Jackson Christian nothing on Jackson's News Talk 101.5 and .5digital.com.
This is where you hear the latest news and best talk 24 hours a day. News Talk 101.5 FM and .5digital.com.
Whether it's a car accident, storm damage, or a fire, when the unthinkable happens, it doesn't matter if you save money in 15 minutes. It doesn't matter if the business down the street has the same insurance you do. What matters is that your independent insurance agent and the company that stands behind them have you covered. Auto Owners Insurance, the no-problem people. Call Cy Young of Young Hughes Insurance today, 696-5480. That's Cy Young of Young Hughes Insurance, 696-5480.
Monday Night Football, the NFL, only on News Talk 101.5 FM.
12-0 USJ. The Bruins facing a 4th down and 16 from the Jackson Christian 23 and going for it. Trips to the left, one wide, split far wides. Here's Easton Underwood back to throw out of the shotgun. Going for the end zone. Got a man wide open. Touchdown! How did he get that wide open? I mean, came absolutely clean. Howland Hawks, but we got another flag down along that line of scrimmage, and this one is going to come back, Bew.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, I don't know if they're going to get the right tackle for the hold that time, but if this is against the Bruins, well, Mickey Marlin's going to bust a spring at halftime.
Well, it is now at a holding once again on USJ.
Yeah, and you can see Mickey's getting kind of animated here on the sidelines. He prides his team on discipline, and that's mistakes are killing the drive here.
Well, Easton Underwood recognized what he had early, Bass, and just threw a bullet. It's a shame that one's coming back.
Well, I don't know how Hawks gets that wide open, do you? He's on the short side. There's no over-the-top safety help whatsoever.
Oh, and Coach Marley really frustrated. Timeout USJ. We'll take it with him. 2 minutes and 34 seconds left in the second quarter. USJ 12. Jackson Christian nothing on Jackson's News Talk 101.5 at point5digital.com.
Your neighborhood, your city, your home, covering all of West Tennessee. Point5digital.com.
Oh, my back! Mattress worn out? Mattress Warehouse has the mattress that's right for you and your budget. Mattress Warehouse buys in truckload quantities for the best value possible. Why pay thousands for a high-tech memory foam mattress? Our Bed Boss memory foam costs hundreds less for the comfort you need. Mattress Warehouse, 3-way next to Dollar General in 1926 South Highland Avenue. Mattress Warehouse, special prices every day and sleep better tonight.
News Talk 101.5 FM, the home of Monday Night Football.
Well, Will Smith is going to punt it away. One of the finest punters in West Tennessee. It's a beauty that will hit at the 5 and kick backwards and be touchdown at the 9-yard line. And that's where Jackson Christian will take over first down and 10. 2 minutes, 24 seconds left before halftime. USJ 12 and Jackson Christian nothing.
That's a perfect punt, and let's remind everybody that was into a stiff wind. That man, I'm telling you, Will Smith has become one of the best punters that I have seen around here since we've been calling games.
Is that good, any narrator?
Yeah, not only, you remember last week he kicked 150 yards with no return in the air, and here he places it just right down. They got a spot on about the 7-yard line.
Milan leading Peabody 12-7 in the first half. First down and 10, Jackson Christian. On the ground they go, right side, breaking a tackle from the 7, diving out to the 9. It's a pickup of 2 yards on first down.
Well, Eli Browse had a chance to make the tackle. The backfield couldn't do that because a young man who's played well all day, Clay Harris, breaks the tackle here. But I think you're going to see Jackson Christian try to play it safe right here. They only have one timeout. There's 2 minutes left till halftime. It's only a 12-0 game right now. You'd be very content if USJ will let you run this clock out.
North side 28-0 now over Jackson South side. At Dyersburg 28-6 over Fayette Ware. Here it's 12-0 USJ. A minute 43 left before halftime. We got another whistle. Been a sloppy first half here. A lot of penalties. This time a dead ball foul. Delay of the game on Jackson Christian. Narrator.
Yeah, and I hate to keep harping on it, but it's just uncharacteristic of a USJ team. And JC has had a couple of penalties here in this first half that really hurt them when they had some momentum.
Yeah, and in that situation right now, Reeves, there's really not that there's ever really a good excuse, but there's no excuse for a delay a game right there.
Second quarter, MUS 24 and Liberty nothing. First down.
Wow.
It's second down at 14 after the penalty. We got another flag that's come out. And another dead ball, false start, Jackson Christian. Now with a minute 20 left in the second quarter, USJ still has 2 timeouts. It's going to be second down and 16. Jackson Christian has the ball on their own 2. So we'll see if the Bruins burn their timeouts. With a minute 13, the clock has been winded. And now it's down to 109, so Jackson Christian going to take their sweet time to get to the line of scrimmage. I'm surprised the Bruins haven't called a timeout. Second and 16. Here's a draw. Hit in the backfield, breaking a tackle and diving out across the 5. They're going to mark him at the 5-yard line. That's Clay Lois. And now the Bruins will burn their second timeout.
Which I would too. I mean, you do it, it's 52 seconds. You stomp them here again, you're going to get the ball. They're going to have to punt the ball with about 40, 45 seconds left to go. They're going to have the wind in their face when they get the ball, but it'll give you an opportunity at one more strike before the half.
427-9258. Remember that number. That's for certified restoration. Water extraction, smoke, soot damage, carpet cleaning, full restoration work, and 24-hour emergency response time. From Certified Restoration, call 427-9258. In fact, put that number in your cell phone because you never know when you're going to need it. Knoxville Webb out of East Tennessee leading CAK at halftime, 14-7. Let's go down. The narrator, Richard Barber. He's on his sideline. Here's the narrator.
Fellas, this clock runs out on the first half. We're going to try to catch Coach Marley, see what he's got to say, because that was just a killing drive there, that last USA offensive series, but looks like they're going to try to get the ball back here.
I probably would keep that. That's what she said about back.
Yes,
He's
sir.
not in a good mood. Third down at 11. Jackson Christian. Bueller back to throw. Under pressure, steps up. Bueller scrambling out across the 5 and taken down at the 9. And USA will quickly burn a timeout with 46 seconds left. And now Jackson Christian will be forced to punt the ball from near their own goal line. USA with no timeouts left, but they'll have the ball back. It should be good field position to try to add on to their 12-0 lead before halftime.
Yeah, and that ball came out. That was a fumble, and they throw the bag down because it looked like Bueller fell back on his own fumble, but man, USJ just misses a golden opportunity right there.
Let's go down on the sideline. Here's Richard, the narrator, Barber.
Fellas, if you're JC, you got to be kind of pleased with how this first half has gone. Not that you're happy being down 12 points, but you know, a lot of the folks like us said you might get a running clock in the second half. Well, that hadn't been the case, as JC has played pretty tough football here in the first half.
I agree with you, narrator. Yeah, they got a break or two. They're only down by 12 points, but they've driven the ball twice, but have nothing to show for it.
Looks like we're starting to get a heavy mist coming up right now.
It's coming down. It's not coming up. It's coming down.
Did I say coming up? Yeah, that wouldn't make any sense, would it?
As you see it rising here, the mist. Look at there. There's the narrator in the mist. That was a good movie.
Narrator in the mist?
Fourth down and 9. Jackson Christian punting out of their own end zone. High, short punt. Spencer's going to move away from it. Now he'll run it down at the 45. Holland makes a move and take it off his feet at the 42. It's a 3-yard return. The punt covered 34 yards, and USA will have it with 34 seconds left in the first half. At the Jackson Christian 40, the Bruins lead at 12-0.
Yeah, Kiev Graham popped Holland pretty good. He held on that football, but Holland took a little shot there. So with 34 seconds left at their own 41-42, let's see what the Bruins can do. Make that the JC.
4 wide receivers. Howard Spencer, the lone setback. Houston Underwood out of the shotgun. Back to throw. Spencer backpedaling, setting up the screen to Spencer. Has it complete. Breaks the tackle at the 40. Holland in trouble and dumped to the 36-yard line. He can't get out of bounds. And with no timeouts, USJ will scramble back to the line of scrimmage. Now with 19 seconds and counting in the first half.
Yeah, the line didn't sell that well enough.
And now Underwood will spike the football to stop the clock with only 12 seconds left. Jackson Christian, give them credit on that one, narrator. They didn't bite on that screen pass because that was a play call at the time that had a good chance of fooling the defense.
Ever since they called that first time out on that last offensive series, Marley and Underwood have been talking, and so they were trying to get their plays scripted, what they wanted to do. That was the one that they thought would break it.
Yeah, those linebackers saw those both tackles just absolutely drop way back and shove them. They knew what was up.
3rd and 4 from the Jackson Christian 35. Here is Underwood under pressure, stepping up, and Underwood going down. He's sacked at the 41-yard line, and that's going to do it for the first half. USJ leads at 12-0 at halftime, but not real happy with the performance. Jackson Christian pleased to be down only 12 after 2 quarters. Let's go down. Richard, the narrator. Barber is with USJ head coach Mickey Marley.
Coach, you're in a ball game here. You moved the ball well. That a couple of penalties on that last drive just killed that drive.
Well, that's true, and we just got to get better at what we're doing. That's the bottom line.
What kind of adjustments are you looking at in the second half?
Well, we just got to. Bottom line is, it's not a schematic thing. We just have to physically do better than what we're doing.
Okay, Coach, we'll see you in the second half.
Thank you.
Richard, the narrator. Barber with Mickey Marley. This game is brought to you by Southern Trucks and 4x4. Steve Sweat and his sons, Stephen and Brad, they started out selling trucks, and they discovered that there was a need for an affordable diesel repair shop in our area, and that's what they do. They can add an additional 30 to 60 horsepower on your truck and an extra 3 to 5 miles per gallon. How about that for a combination? Or they could even do better than that for you in some situations. Southern Trucks and 4x4. Great Americans on the 45 bypass. That's the Deaton's Carpet 1. The phone number is 668-8084. The website is mytruck, truck spelled T-R-U-K, mytruck.net. The slogan is, if it has to do with your truck, they are the people that you need to know. They sell, they trade, they buy trucks, they customize and sell truck accessories, repair and custom-tuned diesel and gas trucks as well at Southern Trucks and 4x4. Well, we'll be right back. Seabass will have the halftime numbers, and also with Dan DeFelice.